Obviously, David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Vanderbilt's offense has the ball first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them. And you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Auburn's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Vandy. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right at...
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Slings it downfield. Working that left side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Taylor wants to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking for space. It's Henderson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. A designed run for the quarterback. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
The RPO fire complete to the left. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Doors.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Using the quick game. Turning it on! Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Oh, better look out! Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running.
Got enough space, and he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers now with a long... go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Jukes his way for more. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Kennedy. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the wide receiver. The run to the right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Commodores in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
Got some room there to the goal line. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. Well, they may have to give this guy a homestead exemption in the end zone. He spent so much time in there, and we're not even at halftime.
I lost count. I don't know if that's probably on your stat sheet in front of you, but goodness gracious, that's at least 3 that I can remember, so he's having a heck of a day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really. They've been making in the right look. He's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. I'll bet they'd sign up to start every drive 1st and goal from the 7. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Let's send the tight end in motion. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Vandy.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Takes it the other way. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Kennedy. It's caught. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Thorne. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Catch in the middle, it's Thorne. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Kennedy. Swings it out to his running back. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. The Commodores didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down. Touchdown goes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's caught downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He'll try the left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. To the ground. He's got it again. They get him out of bounds at the 32, and that is what you want out of this running game.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively 1st half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on left, off tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single cover.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target over the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Turning it on! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Hauls it in. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
The Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Thorne. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollock.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Quarterback will keep it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense starts deep in a hole. They believe they can run right here. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. And they won't make the connection. action going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Finds his man.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Makes the catch. It's Ford. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. On the run, it's Ford. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pocket breaking down. Gets it out quickly. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistent.
Unleashes one deep. Finds a man on the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on it. Oh, he's got some space. They The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Back to pass. Under fire. And to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man down the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Defense in press coverage. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive.
Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And that's a really good play by this cornerback. I mean, you usually keep inside leverage. You don't want to give up anything easy over the middle. A nice job playing the out route, getting his hand on the football, and making the deflection.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. The Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The run to the left. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment.
It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Commodores. And get in for 6 more points. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catch. That's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Ford. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
Got it behind the line. It's Thorne. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control.
Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Hustling ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thorne. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw. Got his man. Knocked off his feet.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it's no... Well, this one had all the suspense.